If you ain't twin, I'm still two. If you ain't twin, I'm still two.
Today I'll be reacting to Noam Chomsky's philosophy on stupid people. If you know Noam Chomsky, you know that he is one of the world's leading experts in political theory and linguistics. He's known to many as the father of linguistics, just like a super smart dude. Graduated from Penn, did his fellowship at Harvard, worked at MIT as a professor for decades upon decades, and he's been a long-time freedom fighter and activist. He's quite clever. For those of you who don't know, but it's not forced, which makes it even more funny. But
look, we're in a position right now where there are, among the many threats we've faced, which go on all the time, there are two which literally threaten species survival. That's serious, and they're both being escalated. One is the threat of nuclear war, which is quite serious and escalating. And the second is the threat of environmental disaster.
Okay, so two threats. He says the first one is nuclear catastrophe, and the second is climate change. Okay.
Which is moving in extremely ominous directions. Take a look at the new Congress, for example. Just about every new congressional representative who came in last November is a climate denier. In fact, Congress has already moved to ban funding for the most mild environmental efforts. And furthermore, unfortunately, many of these people are true believers. So the head of one of the congressional subcommittees, New Republican, explained that global warming can't be a problem because God promised Noah that there wouldn't be another flood.
But why do you care about stupid people?
Stupid people. These people have power, and they're carrying out actions. They are carrying out the actions which are defunding possible efforts to do something about these crimes. Furthermore, they're backed by major concentrations of power. The major business lobbies, for example, have announced that they're funding big propaganda campaigns to convince people that this doesn't matter. These are serious issues. Incidentally, if we want to look at stupid people, we find them all over the place. For example, we happen to be right in the middle of a huge financial crisis.
So basically what he's saying so far is that irrespective of whether they are stupid or not, those who are in Congress, they are still in positions of power, and they're making decisions that are dangerous and that can end human civilization. So the interviewer's question, which came out of left field and was in many ways self-explanatory, was answered by Chomsky in a way that only, Chomsky would answer. I mean, it's pretty obvious. The reason why we should care about what stupid people are doing is because some stupid people make very dangerous decisions that can negatively impact the rest of us. So we shouldn't just laugh at those people. We shouldn't just treat them as clowns. We shouldn't infantilize them, which is something that a lot of people did with the previous president, right? A lot of people laughed at his shenanigans. A lot of people thought that his rhetoric was really funny and that, his childishness was charming. And in all reality, like, the decisions that stemmed from his idiocracy affected a lot of people in negative ways. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the camps at the border. We talk about the ban. We talk about, his anti-refugee stance. I mean, the fact that he was stupid doesn't necessarily, it isn't that relevant in the grand scheme of things. His actions are, the ways in which his stupidity manifests through actions, that's more important than the stupidity itself.
People have noticed, and you trace that back, a lot of it comes from a fanatic religious belief in what's called the efficient market hypothesis. That's pure fanaticism.
So basically what he's, this is why I love Chomsky. Basically what he's saying is that some people treat the market as a religion. You know, some people worship the market. Some people worship money. And so I think it's just clever how when people speak of religion, usually they do it in the context of like traditional organization. Organizational like religions like Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Judaism. But Chomsky flips it and he's like, no, like religion or religious is a very generalizable term, and I'm using it to describe the way people obsess over and worship the market, the economy. You know, he's just brilliant.
Dominated the economics profession, dominated the federal
Hold on, let me rewind
belief in what's called the crisis. People have noticed. And you trace that back. A lot of it comes from a fanatic religious belief in what's called the efficient market hypothesis. That's pure fanaticism. Dominated the economics profession, dominated the Federal Reserve. One consequence was that when an $8 trillion housing bubble developed, totally unrelated to any fundamentals, completely off the 100-year history of housing prices, the profession and the Fed, the central bank, said it's not necessary to pay attention because of efficient markets. I mean, is that very different from God promised Noah?
That's great.
Whew. Man, I love Chomsky. There you go. If you enjoyed this reaction, please comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.